Hello, everybody, and welcome back to FIU Dynasty, episode 25. This is going to be the final episode of this dynasty. And with that being said, ideally, we win the national title at the end of this season. Now, obviously, we're 6-3 right now. See if we're in the bracket. We are currently not in the bracket. But here's how this finale is going to go. We are going to play out this season. Hopefully, with beating North Carolina, it boosts us up. We start to get into the playoff bracket possibility. And with that, if we don't win the national title this season, this episode being the finale, and I might break this up into two parts, but I want to do one part. And with that being said, I will play every season until we win a national title. And after this year, I'll get less detailed with the stuff if we don't win, so that the video is more fast paced. But anywho, last episode, I know we lost, I think, Florida State, I believe. It's been a while since I recorded, about a month. So, don't really have a recollection of what happened last, except for when I went back to watch a little bit of the last episode. What am I looking for? I'm looking for a schedule, which would be team schedule. Let's see how the season has gone so far. So we had a bye week 0. That's the usual. We played Georgia State in the Panther Bowl, 49-24. We then went on to play Louisville, 35-10. We started off the season hot. Georgia State, Louisville, Florida Atlantic, Duke, 35-7 on Duke. And then we lost Ole Miss, 14-7. Had our bye week, came off the bye week, beat a good Michigan team who is the 6th ranked team in the nation. And then we lost to Florida State 2 episodes ago now. And then we came out and we beat Boston College, but then followed it up with another loss to Clemson, who is ACC Florida State, and I think SEC for Ole Miss. No, Ole Miss isn't SEC. Whatever they are. So yeah, we have 2 losses to ACC teams and about 3 wins. Yeah, we're 3-2. I guess I could have just looked at our record. But we're 5th in the ACC right now. To have a chance, we have to win out the season. We have to beat North Carolina, we have to beat Miami, we have to beat Cal, and have a chance of playing against Clemson, who's also 6-3 right now. So let's go take a look at the conference standings. In the conference standings, we have Stanford and you have Virginia Tech, who are both 8-1. We don't get to play either of them. So we might not get to play in the conference championship, which that does hurt our chances at, playing in the playoffs. But right now, conference record-wise, they only have 1 less loss than us. Let's go check Clemson. Let's go check Stanford. Let's go check Virginia Tech. See if either of them, cross over. So Clemson already played Virginia Tech and beat them. Okay. They don't get to play Stanford. Let's go down to Stanford here. So Stanford plays Virginia Tech this week. So this is a big game. This is a big game for us that have a chance, right? We'll have to see. We'll have to just win. We have to do our part. And to do our part, I need a refresher. So let's go through the roster very quickly. And I know this season I've had, flip-flop on QB. Who should be playing QB? Who should not be playing QB? I guess I should look at the depth chart just to see who's actually playing, So at QB, we do have Dustin Dorris. Bryce Sparks has been benched due to the fact that he couldn't get better. And Dustin Dorris was our guy for the season. And Bryce Sparks started the season off not nearly as well. Right? He didn't play great for us, but he's an amazing backup. Right? He has everything you need. He's got the throw power. He has some speed on him. He's got the accuracies. But for some reason, Dustin Dorris for us was playing pretty decent. At halfback, we have Stanley Shockey, who's been amazing, and so is Devin Thrasher, who played amazing for us last season, along with Daxton Lamont, who is our power back, who, been pretty good for us. And Vince Corbin, as always, fullback. At receiver, Patrick Thurber, a big guy, 6'4", 212. Emmanuel Miles, I believe we picked. We might have recruited him. Mazeo Bennett, William Fowles, Juju Lewis, and Eric Hennessy. That is kind of a weakness of our team this year. We don't have a crazy receiver. I don't really know if we ever did have an insane receiver. We don't really have an insane offense. So our record is not as bad as it looks, to be honest. We have Camacho. At left tackle, we have Countess. We have a pretty good offensive line. I'll say that. And we've been messing around with center here. Manu Fala'u has gold quick drop, so he's gonna play the position. Dewan Ezeki, Heem Buchanan, kind of a flip flop. We're trying to build up Ezeki. At right tackle, we have Daniel Michael, who's an 87. So our edges are pretty well protected. At left end, we have the redshirt freshman Marquez Funchess, who took over Atwell's position this season. And he's bloomed into an amazing player. He's essentially Max Laurie light, right? He's as fast as Laurie, same agility as Laurie, basically the same acceleration. He just has to be able to get to that next level of strength, I would say. Laurie has a major strength boost over him. But they have the same power move. Finesse move is probably what he will do primarily, so it would be nice if he was able to do that better. All right, in the man himself, Max Laurie, the greatest edge rusher I've ever seen in a video game, right? He won Heisman. He won Player of the Year. He won every award I think he could have won last season. Obviously, a fullback or a power back at one point in time in high school. We made him into an amazing rusher, and he's going to be a first round pick no matter how this season goes. And I assume he's going to be gone the end of this season. If not, we have a chance, I guess, next season with him, right? But we do have Funchess to kind of alleviate that problem. And Atwell can come back and play edge rusher if need be. At D tackle, we have ACP. Been an amazing player for us. He came over in the transfer portal. Been pretty decent. Joseph Travis, been pretty good. Angel Lampkin, pretty decent. Tobias Kaufman and Quincy Howard. At outside linebacker, we have Clyde Atwell. He still gets a starting position for us. At middle linebacker, we have Brian Benitez and Gabe Gay, our savior, I would say, of the season. Kind of. He's been pretty good this season, Gabe Gay. Brian Benitez, a safety, coming in, playing middle linebacker. He's 6'4", he's 191. He's at 95 speed. That's what we like him for. Hauling back, obviously pretty good too. In the event we need him, I just felt like we needed some height out there, right? At right outside linebacker, we have Khalil Babcock. Kind of a very weak position for us every season. We don't really use the outside linebacker. At corner, we don't have a lot going on, but we do have Kevin Levy, star, Anthony Maragos, the freshman, the true freshman. Ben Woodhead played, I think he won maybe cornerback of the year DB of the year last year. Deshaun Hakeem, and of course Victor Evans, the third. DB room's pretty decent. At free safety, we have Raheem Sexel. It was a pretty fast safety, all things considered. At strong safety, we have Chad Pryor, who is a redshirted freshman. But look at those abilities, man. 92 speed at safety, and he's 6'4". Pretty sure he was just a super fast physical receiver for us, if I'm not mistaken. That we shifted over to safety, redshirted him through that, and now he's developed pretty decent, 79 overall. He'll definitely be a lot better years from now, but hopefully he's enough to get the job done this year. And can't forget about the kicker, Forrest Duchette, whatever, Ronald Boyce. And those are our guys. Those are our guys. That's the team. That's the team we're trying to take here. Win a championship. But we gotta play games. Gotta play games. And by doing that, for this episode, we're gonna be playing the moment. Playing the moment. And we'll just see what happens doing that. And here we go. First game of the episode. North Carolina, our last ranked opponent on the schedule at the moment. I guess one of them could jump up, but unlikely, since it's Miami and I can't remember the other one. But I know we play Miami, who's like 4-6 or something. Play the moment. Play the opening drive here at Florida International. Gonna go gun. We've been here before. It's been a while since I've played this game. I've been playing some Madden. We had a bit of a franchise with my friends going on with the new rookies coming in. Just gonna throw it. He didn't want to do the route I wanted him to do, but here we go. Yep. Shocky can't hear me. And that's why we run. And that's why we got him. 90 speed doors. Keeps it going. Playing like a different man. On defense. North Carolina gonna use the momentum. And he's gonna be wrapped up first play here for us. That's our guy, Max Laurie, getting another sack on the season. That's what we like to see. And then he's going to throw that one out of bounds. We're going to hold them here in the red zone. They're going to kick a field goal, probably go up 3-0. The offense has to figure something out, I guess. And there they go, up 3-0 on us to start the game. You know, Shockey over here getting wear and teared. Got the best running back last year. Throw it to him. Just give him the ball. He's got that championship DNA. He's been here before. He knows what's expected of this team. Let's do the speed option here. Quick one. Little last second handoff there to Thrasher, and he's gonna get in for the first touchdown for the Panthers. I have more faith in this. And there we go. Bennett with his platinum. What is that? Joystick? Playmaker? Whatever that is. Anyone. There we go. Anyone. Go Doors. You got light. You got daylight. You got daylight. Slide. That's a late hit. That's a late hit. Let him score. Let him score. Thank you. Let him score. Give us a chance. Give us a chance. I need you. I need you. Wide open. Middle of the field. Get it down. Call the timeout. I know the clock will stop, but sometimes you gotta think. I think we just gotta go for it, man. Gotta get more yardage. Isaiah, juke him out of bounds. We have a chance here. Run the speed option here. Run it. Run it. No. We're not running it that way. Ooh! And we're gonna score. We're gonna tie this ball game up. Right? Overtime. Season on the line, probably for North Carolina as well here. So this is literally playoffs or bust at this point. Good defense. Way to get around there, Max Lowry. That's what we love to see. 2 sacks this game. Good job, boys. Way to get back there. And that's what you do. You gotta get Laurie the one-on-one. And he didn't block him. No tricky stuff, alright? We're not allowing it. Benitez is here. And they score their field goal. Let's flip this play. I want the space. Go Shockey. Go Shockey. On the one. On the one. You're on the one, baby. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. QB sneak. Touchdown FIU. Touchdown. Touchdown FIU. And we win this ball game. 37-34. UNC put up quite a fight. But we fought back. Put us into overtime. And we were able to stop them not only on defense, but then go and score on offense. 319 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, 55 completion percentage for Dustin Doris. And that touchdown right there saved the day. Gave us a chance. UNC could have sat there and kneel, field goal. That's all they needed. But we were able to outsmart them. We pushed them in. Brought them into the end zone. The running back wasn't able to control himself anymore. And there we go. That's game 1 of this episode. FIU beat North Carolina 37-34. Beat the last ranked team on the schedule. Let's go to the next week. The very unlikely chance. Where's... I don't know. Thurber. For all the marbles. It was a pipe dream. It was a pipe dream. Get out of my face. Get out of my face, Dustin Doris. Get out of my face. Threw 2 picks. 2 of them. And that's probably going to kill our playoffs. Most certainly going to kill our playoffs. It's another conference loss, so we're not going to play in the conference championship. And lost at home, man. Just lost at home. Like, what are we going to do? Just getting beat up at home. And that's just a bad ball. Right? Like, that's a wide open man. The ball's just not where it needs to be. And it's going to get picked off by Luke Farrelly. And we're not looking good to start the game. I'm sorry. We're going back to old reliable. You already failed us. You already failed us last game. I don't think I should be rewarding you with playing time after what you did last game. We have an onside kick chance again. Not going to get it. Not going to get it for 2 games in a row. We lost 3 games. Or no, 2 games. We won the hardest game on the schedule. And then we lost 2 games in the season. Yeah, if you thought we were going to make the playoffs, we for sure are not making it this now. Like, at all. Like, this is our last game of the season right here. Maybe we get a bowl game. I don't know how Nebraska is playing us now, but okay. Heisman winner is Oklahoma receiver DeAndre Azuma Jr. 1,100 yards, 60 receptions, 15 touchdowns. Had an amazing season. Max Laurie wins Best Defensive End of the Year with 14 sacks, 18 TFLs, and 25 tackles. Pretty good season, I'd say. Stanley Shockey wins Best Running Back of the Year. Now, those are his rushing yards, 838 and 16 touchdowns, but he had some receiving. You know, we threw the ball to him as well. Get to play Nebraska in the DirecTV Holiday Bowl. And before we get to the new season and the turn of events, it's not only our old rivals, the Oregon Ducks, in the national championship, but the surprise pick of the South Florida Bulls made it all the way to the national championship game, beating out Georgia, beating out Iowa State, and beating out Tennessee. What a path. Oregon played Wisconsin off the bye, played Clemson in a close game. They have a 5-point differential all season. They're all playoffs. Let's see who wins. Let's see who wins this. Money's on Oregon, but you never know. And I would have made my money. But there you go. End of the 2027 season. Oregon wins the title. We don't even make playoffs. We go 7-6. We didn't even win the bowl game. We not only didn't make the playoffs, we didn't win the bowl game against Nebraska. And I didn't play it, which it could have been different. But you know, it's the principle of things. You know. Here we go. We got players leaving. Max Laurie is going first round. The persuasion chance is none. 0. We have a few guys who don't want to play for us because we're no longer a championship contender. And for that, it's a little sad. We got some graduations. ACP is going to be a 7th round pick for us. Marquis Anderson. Janoris Wilson. Mazeo Bennett played great football for us. William Foles. Juju Lewis. Daniel Michael. Michael Rabis, whatever. Jaheim Buchanan. Victor Evans III. All amazing players for us. I guess I'll persuade them, right? Might as well. Hochstein doesn't want to come. It's alright, man. Jermaine Vaughn stays. That's good. And Laurie, 0 chance. I didn't think so. When you win Heisman in your second year, right? When you win Heisman in your second year as a defensive end, I don't think you're ever staying in college. I think you might be number 1 overall pick. All right. But yep. Salute to the boys. Brought a few of them back who tried to leave because they're a championship contender. Only losing one guy, Hochstein, and of course, our seniors. A lot of linemen, a lot of offensive linemen, a lot of big offensive linemen for us are gone. Same with one of our best DBs. So sucks to see. But let's get through this off season. I'll show you guys anything interesting that happens. Something interesting does happen. We have a transfer portal. What do we need in the transfer portal? Probably a receiver. So let's go look at the transfer portal. Receivers. Only 2 guys. Oh man. That sucks. Well, we can at least put them on the board. James Starr signs, and so does Kwanku, and so does Pike. That'll be the off season for us. Well, for now. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are here in the new season, eyeing for a national title again. And we got some prospects to add. You know, maybe we gotta, maybe we need them. An athlete power back who's a 5-star? Now? Hakeem Ogunbowale? What do you mean he just now shows? 99 speed hybrid safety? Yeah. And now that I know you're a dog, just get off my board. I don't even want to see you. A gym, D tackle, 93 strength. Yeah. Come stock. You're the QB target of the year for us. 86 speed, 4-star scrambling QB. You're just the one we need. Yes, that's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're back. Week 1 here on FIU Dynasty. Another day for me, but the same video for you guys. We've got the start of the second season of this episode. Week 1 against Middle Tennessee. Alrighty, gang. This is gonna be the team. Let's just go look at the roster. View the roster. I guess that wasn't a good idea. Let's go back to the depth chart. This is gonna be the roster. This year we're swinging for the fences, sort of. All right, we're gonna be playing with a true freshman quarterback. All right, we're gonna take the dude because look at all those abilities, man. And everybody else on the team is about the same. Sparks got the best accuracies, but halfback, you already know, Shockey, Thrasher. That's our best backfield. Both running back of the years. Corbin's gonna be fullback. Receiver, we're gonna have Emmanuel Mouse. We're gonna have Thurber. We only have 6 receivers, so they all gonna play exactly how they is. That's definitely something we're gonna have to address recruiting wise. if we get to next season. Camacho, I already know. This is last season. Countess, left tackle. Left guard is going to be Edward Washington. Brett Ball is also here, but they're all about the same. He's got pocket shield. He's the best overall. Actually, now I'm looking at it. Hold up. He's not better. It looks like Wallaby is better. That's what we're going to go with. Center, we're going to run Falau because he has just the best stats. And gold quick drop with 3 other abilities. And his overall does not make sense to me with his stats. He's got 96 strength. He's got 94 run block. 82 pass block, which is the best out of the 3 centers. So that's what we're going with. I know these other stats like finesse blocking, but just as a sheer blocker, he is our best sheer blocker, and he comes with more abilities, right? Right guard is going to be Ezeki. We've had him on the team for a couple years now. He was an elite dev, I believe, at one point. He started now. Right tackle is going to be Delvin Mafe. Just better. Every way around, 95 pass block, gold, pocket shield, gold play action shield, 84 run block, which is about middle of the road, but everything else, he's a power blocker. And he's our oldest left tackle, playing at right tackle. Whatever. At left end, we're going to have Funches, one of our best players on the team. Jermaine Gardner's going to start at right end, because you don't really have any right ends. I guess you could do Tobias Dahl, but I think I'm gonna redshirt him. You could put Jason Romo in here. Now that I'm looking at it, let's do Jason Romo. D tackle, true freshman Greg Bond's gonna be playing. Lampion's gonna be the backup just because he's just the best sheer overall player. Joseph Travis has been great, and Tobias Costin's looking great for us, but we gotta get some younger guys some experience if we want to actually win something. Left outside linebacker is gonna be Clyde Atwell in his final season. His homie left, but we do have this freshman. He's also gonna be playing at right outside linebacker. We'll get to that in a second. Middle linebacker, anything not nickel package. I want Holland back in and Gabe Gay in. And nickel package, I don't want Holland back in. McLean is going to be our starting right outside linebacker. Here's where we got a lot of corners on this team now with all the team building we've been doing. Comaragos, sophomore, he started last season. He's going to continue to start. He's an 82 overall with 97 speed, 90 change direction. We got our redshirted freshman now, Shakir Jeffrey, with 99 speed, 90 change direction. Kevin Levy is going to be our third string corner, aka slot as well, because he's also going to be playing the slot. He is our third guy. He's our senior. He's our best overall, kind of tied with Javel Jenkins here. In fact, I'm going to put... Don't do that. I'm going to put Javel Jenkins there over Ben Woodhead. Obviously, Ben Woodhead been great for us. He won DB of the year at one point, but we got to get these guys that we scouted in as well. You could also do like the Lawrence Johnson, but he's a senior. I don't want to get these other guys, developing. Free safety, Raheem Sexual, been like that for a few years now. Joseph Chong will take place over him next season. Strong safety is going to be Chad Pryor. He's already an 82. He's 2 years younger than Jaden Williams. With 2 platinum abilities, I think that's just any 6'4" with 92 speed. It's just the easy choice. Kicker, you already know. Punter, you already know. Kick returner, don't really matter. Punt return, don't really matter. Let's go to something that matters. Third down running back. It's going to be Shockey. I was thinking about Thrasher, but they're both about the same on catching. Power back is going to be our now redshirted freshman, Akeem Bradford. He is the best break tackle, trucking, Wide receiver, we're going to have Caesar Ramey. He's going to be playing some slot for us, backed up by Eric Hennessy. At rushing left end is going to be Funches. So this is nickel package. We're going to have Funches backed up by Atwell, backed up by McLean. Right end, we're going to have McLean instead of Atwell. I know. But that platinum quick jump does a lot for him. And he's a true freshman. I'd love him to get reps this season. And Atwell, he's going to be the backup if anything goes wrong or if McLean gets tired, whatever. And then we got Jason Romo, of course. Russian D tackle is going to be Greg Bond and Lampkin. Just the same D tackles, and Joseph Travis will follow up if need be. He's the fastest D tackle we have. Sub linebacker Gabe Benitez. Like I said, I don't want Holland back in a nickel setup. I would rather have these two. Even though Hollenbach has 90 speed, I like Gabe Gay a lot more. He was really good for us. Slot corner is going to be Kevin Levy, followed by Jenkins, followed by Woodhead. That's just how it's going to go. That's it. That's the team. That's the team we're running with. Here we go. Middle Tennessee. Alrighty. First play of the new season. What do we want to go with? We want to go with something special, something new, something fresh. Alright, let's do a dig cross. With the new guy on the team. Hit it to Shockey. That's a beautiful ball. Holy, that was a beautiful ball. To Caesar Ramey. The new pickup. Pitch it. Shockey turned the corner. Yes, sir. Good ball. Good blocks. Ramey taking it with one hand. Like he almost Shady McCoy-esque running. The team feels good. I haven't had to play defense all game. The team feels good. And I know that's like, I should have thrown it way earlier. I had open people. That was a touchdown waiting to happen. But it feels good to be in the red zone. Barely went in, but we made it. He has a senior now kicker. Put a drag route for Camacho. Maybe a lead blocker here. He's throwing good balls. It's just getting touched. Getting touched is going to ruin it. Get as far as you can. Oh my God. Gabe Gage just did that? Oh my God. Jesus, though. Gabe with a hit. With an absolute banger of a hit. And we're back in the red zone off the punt. I wanted to hurdle them. At that base. Should be easy. Easy touchdown. They put the backups in. But our backups are also good. Except for like the receivers. I say the receivers probably our weakest point on the team. Yeah, this game over. Middle Tennessee goes down 38-10. Team came out and absolutely played ball. 96 rushing yards and 8 attempts and a touchdown for Devin Thrasher. Wow. He's not even the starter. He's not even the power back. He's just the backup. So we went 10 for 18 with Mo Young. 2 touchdowns. Sparks went 1 for 1 and 1 touchdown. We threw that. I threw that touchdown. He really only got 1 possession and he threw it. It was just that dot. I thought, okay. Or 1 play, I mean. Shockey. 10 attempts, 27 yards, 2 touchdowns. A lot of rushes in the red zone, so not a lot of yards to gain. But Thrasher, 8 attempts for 96 yards. Okay. Receiving, Shock is just a spread out game. Shockey, Ramey, Thurber, Thrasher. Thurber got 75 yards. I'll give him that. Had a great game, honestly. Blocking, 1 sack just from Flau. That's fine. I can live with 1 sack. 4 pancakes. Defensively, 2 sacks from Lampkin. Half sack for McLean, a half sack for Romo. I assume they got a half sack together coming off the edge. Wow. No sacks for Funches. Yeah, Gabe Gay got a TFL. Lampkin got a TFL. No interceptions. 0 interceptions. Only the 1 forced fumble. That's crazy. They just locked up. Just 4 downs and out. Okay. We gotta play number 3 Oklahoma. Okay. Okay, that's a lot different. That's a lot different than Middle Tennessee. I'll let you know that. Let's see if we can do anything about it. 92 overall. We're not that far off. Let's see. Let's put on devices. Just switching it up. Oh, what a cutback, man. Hey, at least we get to play offense. We didn't choke up. And the momentum is gone right now. And a dot to Camacho. Way to hold on to the ball down the field with that aftershock on you. And that's why Shockey running back of the year. Alright? Rushing touchdowns, they get you there. Ice in his veins. Yeah, yep, just blocked. Blocked. Not much you can do when you're blocked. When you just get walled off like that, there ain't much to do around here. Get in there. Get in there. Have a chance to go up in this game. That's big. Run, Mohawk. Run. Way to outrun that man. That boy is fast. What are they feeding him? Because he is fast. He a D tackle? What type of D tackle is that? I felt good about that one. I feel good about that play. That's a red zone converter. Good block, boy. Good block. That's one good thing about having physical receivers. You can do plays like that like pretty well. They gonna block for you. I think they run commit. Oh, what a throw on the run, cross body with the pressure in his face. It looked like they did run commit though. That was beautiful. Give me QB Neal. There we go. About 23 seconds on the clock. Up 2 touchdowns. Should secure the W and put us back on the rankings. Big dub. Big dub for the boys. Way to play defense. Way to give the offense chances. Moong had a great game, 182 for 3 touchdowns, 77 completion percentage. I know I did a lot of that work, but 182 ain't crazy. Really ain't crazy. I've seen crazier numbers. We've seen crazier numbers this series. I think I maybe had 400, 500 yards in a game before. But 182 against a really good defense, that's not bad. That's not bad. How the team play? I didn't play a lot of defense. Played a few defense. Obviously, Moong, Tori, Timo. I'll start calling him Timo. I feel good. 3 touchdowns, 77 percentage, 17 for 22. Played really well. Rushing, Shockey, 13 attempts for 12 yards. I'm telling you, man. That was a scary, scary line. The less yards than attempts is insane. Got a touchdown, though. Moong had 7 for 34. Was able to get out the pocket a lot with him. And Caesar Ramey got 1 for 7. Receiving-wise, Camacho 80, 47 for Hennessy, 16 for Shockey, 6 for Ramey, and 33 for Miles. Blocking, 1 sack from Shockey. I can live with that. If my running back is giving up sacks, I can live with that. Defensively speaking, sack-wise, we got 3 sacks, 1 for Baum, 1 from Lampkin, 1 from McLean. He finally got 1 on the season. Still nothing from our boy Marquez Funches. No interceptions. Another game with no interceptions. TFLs, you had 2 from Gabe Gay and 1 from Lampkin. Forced fumbles, we got a forced fumble from Kevin Levy. He had 2 fumble recoveries. I guess maybe they pitched the ball wrong or something. Okay. Hey, man. Keeping it moving, all right? I'm feeling good about this season so far. Week 2-0. We just beat the number 3 team in the nation. It was at home, I think. Yeah, it was at home. So, a little different if we're not playing at home. But I feel good about that. That should put us back on the board for ranking. Let's move on to next week. Andy Walby, number 1. Number 2 for Cologne. Number 2 for Barron. Things to do, we put 5 on him. Tyrell Jones, number 1. Number 1 for Moses Jackson. Number 1 for Charles Gaskins. Number 3 for Rayshawn Campbell. Number 1 for Azayi Choice. And number 1 for Major Smith. What a cool name, Major Smith. And we got the rivalry game, Florida Atlantic. And we did not get put on the rankings. We did not get put back in the rankings. That's crazy. Recruitment's done. Florida Atlantic rivalry game. There will be no love lost this week between rivals FIU and Florida Atlantic. Can't believe we didn't, get ranked this week, but maybe we've got to win one more for them. Florida Atlantic is an 80 overall. Not so much a rivalry anymore, but back in the first couple seasons, for sure a rivalry. We'll do the regular aways, the current aways, I guess. Let's go. Play the moment. We start with the ball. I couldn't tell. Coach suggestions. Man, what you mean you can't hear me in Florida Atlantic? That was a lot better ball than it looked. Touchdown Hennessy first play of me. That was beautiful. Much easier than Oklahoma. That's something I like about this game. You can tell the difference. Like, there's a massive difference between Oklahoma and Florida Atlantic. Like, I ain't never getting that in Oklahoma. Even at a home game. This is an away game against Florida Atlantic. In a rivalry. At that. It was wide open. Dietrich, get up there. Get upfield, boy. Yes, sir. I want to run a speed option. I want to. Run that in. So they playing man coverage. They playing man coverage in the end zone. I hate playing man coverage in the end zone. The only thing it's good for is stopping curl routes. Hey, that's the play. That is the play. Ice in his vein. Better hold on, boy. Better hold on. Hennessy having a game, actually. Now I'm thinking about us. 3 touchdowns for him. He getting the ball a lot. He gonna be player of the game for sure. Big sack from our star, Funches. Finally, he got one. He ain't been getting a lot of those. Dang, he just got laid out. This QB's weird. He can throw a pretty good out route ball, but he cannot throw like middle of the field whatsoever. Like, and it's just random. I don't know, but we get another series win here. 10 of them in the whole rivalry. 5 catches, 86 yards, 3 touchdowns. I assume so. Eric Hennessy had quite the game. 3-0 in the season, boys. 3-0 in the season. And a big pitch there. Got the Shockey. Wanted that earlier, but, I tried to, you got to do the full pitch. If you want it earlier, if you get hit, he just lets it go. But, yeah, Moong been strong start for Moong here. Beat a rival, beat a ranked team, beat Middle Tennessee. What's the stats this game? I ain't worried about you. FIU, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick for him. I think that might be his first pick of the season, but he went 16 for 21 to 16 on 3 touchdowns. Rushing, we had Shockey, 67 and 1 on 20 attempts. What a bounce back game for him. It's not a lot, right? Caesar Ramey had 2 attempts for 62 yards and a touchdown. And Moong had 2 for 35. We ran the ball like crazy today. Shockey with the most of them, but 2 for Ramey for big gains. Moong had 2 for 35. Hennessy 586 and 3, player of the game. Everybody else was kind of there. 17, 20, like a lot of 20s, teens. Everybody had a couple. Blocking wise, 2 sacks. Mafe, Flau. I can live with it. Defensively, 1 sack from Funches. We saw that happen, and an interception for our boy Moragos. Finally, I think that's our first interception on the season. TFLs. Funches also got 2 TFLs, and Lampkin got a TFL. That's great. That's great to see. Team starting to do things. We finally got our first interception on the season. Funches finally got his first sack. Playing good football. 3-0. We about to level up soon. And hey, 3-0. I think we should be ranked here soon. If not next week, it's coming. Keep it moving. See who we got. See who we didn't. And the recruiting. Hey, we might be gearing up for, the final season here. With a young freshman. Number 1 for Jimenez. Number 1 for Sosa. Number 1 for Schladeroff. What a name. Holy crap. Who did they get that name from? That is somebody's, specific name. That's not just, a randomly generated name that's popular. That is somebody's name in real life, and I want to know who that is. But he is very close to committing, really close. And Florida's not even putting anything into him. Hakeem Ogunbowale, first for Spencer Stafford, first for Chad Krause, first for Jimmy Sandy, first for Darren Fritz, and first for Steve Fields. A lot of power backs in here. But hey, we got to get some guys in here. Especially some guys that we want to convert. And it's the Panther Bowl, baby. Let's just make sure our recruiting is good. Nobody decommitted. Playing style's crazy. But we got the Panther Bowl here. The Panthers prepare for a contest against the Panthers at Pitbull Stadium. Massive overall difference. But we've lost to them in the past. You playing in Florida. You gonna have to get used to the rain. Alright? Timo. You gonna have to get used to the rain, Timo. That's a touchdown. I think Camacho's injured because he ain't playing. But hey, Titans getting the work done. That boy open off the line. Just zoom through there. I could not miss him. They playing man again. Run it, Hennessy. When they get back in that zone like that, you just run it. You don't want to throw that, especially not that close to the end zone. Oh, come on, Hennessy. You had that one, and it gets picked off. But it don't matter because the defense playing ball. Both defenses playing ball right now. Oh, I get to finally play defense. It's 4th and 4. They playing 5 wide. Let's see if I can lock up this 5 wide. I sure can. Moragos, get that. Yes, sir. Big Moragos. Oh, they got the ball back? Did we throw a pick to him? Pick! Sexu! Yes, sir. Way to hold on to it, Ramey. Way to hold on to it. And way to get the ball out, because I don't know how that was a green ball. It's in the rain, thrown out of a sack. I don't know how that was like where it needed to be at all. But hey, he got it there. That's wide open. That boy Ramey having a drive right there. Got the big one down the field. Got the touchdown. Yes, sir. Hype that man up. Wasn't as big as a blowout, but 21-7, we'll take it. I had a couple interceptions, it seemed. Timo threw a couple. I threw one. But Timo had another one I saw. So it was 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 61 completion percentage, 207 yards. He's going to have player of the game for us. Look at that ball. That ball is wobbly as hell. In the rain off of a sack. I don't know how it got there. I'm playing with a couple players I don't really see playing time, man. Let's look at these stats. Player stats. Timo. We already seen 2 touchdowns. Rushing wise, Shockey is injured. I assume so with the amount of time Strasher was coming out at the end there. Yep. Shockey's injured. He only ran the ball 12 times. Okay, let's hope it's not a lot of time off. Tennessee had a good game. Shockey had a good game. Ramey had a good game. Sucks that Shockey's injured, bro. That's our guy. Ramey had a great game. The true freshman. Dietrich had a decent game. Isaac Howard, our freshman tight end. Decent. Miles had 1. Any sacks? Yeah, a few. Shockey let up 1. It happens. Defensively, let's see. We had 3 sacks. Or 4 sacks. Sorry, 4 sacks. Greg Bond had 1.5. 1 for McClain, 1 for Funches. Okay. Continue the streak, Funches. Half a sack for Lampkin. TFLs, none. Interception, we had 2. Sacks on Moragos, the 2 defensive plays I played. Total tackles, Bond has 6. Any fumbles? No fumbles. But a good game. And we win at 4-0. Not ranked yet. Stanford is 1-2. That's kind of crazy to me, considering they were a powerhouse last year. What was I looking for? Coach. Let's upgrade the coach. Upgrade James Him. Let's upgrade our receivers. Max them out. Get that catch and traffic boost. Get the short route, medium route boost. We gonna need it. I'll tell you what, we gonna need it. Top story is number 1 Georgia versus number 2 Tennessee in the rivalry game. That's crazy. FIU versus Stanford. Will the streak continue for FIU? The pressure continues to mount on FIU in a conquest to stay perfect. Stanford 1-2 to start the season, 1-0 in the ACC though. Let's see if we can knock off Stanford. We didn't get to play them last season. The same overall. We just have a slightly better defense. Let's play the moments. Let's play with the vices. Let's get ready. You get the ball that fast, or what happened? We get the ball early, or to start the game? What's going on? 1st and 10 on the 20. Feels like a kickoff, but that's a lot of seconds off the clock. And it looks like it's a multi-week injury here for Shockey, as Thrasher's going to start the game for us. Get down. And Camacho's injured too. We got some key players injured on this team right now. Cannot get the ball out. Ooh, that would have been a crazy juke, but what a gain. 18 yards for Thrasher. Tried to hit Ramey here. Never mind. They're playing man. Get that first for us. Inches. We ain't punting. We're just gonna run the same play. But Ramey gotta be open now. Ramey open. Looks like it's a hold though. Don't even matter. Now that is frustrating. Now we punt it. 'Cause whatever. Start off gunning. Thurber, I need you to get off that line on that corner. You ain't gonna do it. Let's go Thrasher. Slot Y wheel. Or shot Y wheel, whatever that said. I really want you to pull this corner. But Dietrich can run behind you. That's what I wanted. Do a deep dig 5 wide. Ramey, I want you on that corner route. What the? Oosa. Oh my gosh. No, you didn't. You did not just pick that off. D-Check, you gotta be a bit more aggressive on the field, man. I guess we're gonna try a 56-yard field goal. In the rain. With 12-mile-per-hour wind. Look how fast that thing moving. No shot. No shot I'm hitting that. Oh my god. And they scored off like one big pass, bro. This team a lot better than what we've been playing. And that includes Oklahoma, man. What a commit to the QB there. 3 men went after him. That's touchdown. Way to get that off, Timo. Way to get it off, Timo. That's beautiful. Textbook. Now, when we get to tie this ball game up and the momentum gets to go back into our favor, when we get the ball back, 33 yards away from the end zone, and watch Thurber cook this man. He did not cook his man, but that's a wide open Ramey. Get out of bounds. Don't take unnecessary hits. Still the bubble. Like you in that corner on the slot is pressed off, because that means it's a touchdown. Ramey he got a weird run, and he don't eagle claw it, right? He don't eagle claw that thing. He kind of run like Shady. Like, it's not entirely like Shady, but it's close, man. Just look at the way this man run. Look at it. That's not how you're supposed to be running with the football, man. Exodus Ayers. What a name, dog. Exodus? We got named after a Bible chapter. Run, Thrasher. You faster than everybody out here. You faster. You faster. Hit him with the gritty. Yes! Holy! What a stop on the goal line. Oh my gosh. What a game of two halves, too. 14 of the last 2 quarters apiece. Timo Thrasher had 103 touchdowns on 15 attempts. Oh my, what a game for Thrasher. Look, the way he's run, he's got the, I didn't even notice that boy Ramey he got one hand tucked with no ball in it. He eagle clawing in the wrong hand, and then he's running with his left hand out with the ball in it. That's not how that's not how that worked, buddy. And it was not 20-1 in the third quarter. That's not the score. Player stats. Let's not look at Stanford. We're gonna look at Timo here. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 14 for 25 on 196 yards. Rushing wise, 15 for 102 touchdowns for Thrasher. Receiving, 90 and 6 receptions for Thrasher and a touchdown. Hey, with Shockey out, he's getting all the work, man. 4 and 38 and a touchdown for Ramey. Sacks, we had 2. Flau's been pretty consistent about getting a sack, but he's at center, so I'll let him have it. Countess up to a 91 overall right now. Okay. A lot of sack though. Sacks, we had 2 sacks, Lampkin and Funches. TFLs, we had 1 for McLean. Interceptions, we had Gabe Gay interception. That's what I like to see. Hey, first ACC game of the season, I think. We won it. That Thrasher got ACC Offensive Player of the Week. I assume Player of the Week. No? Okay. But we're finally ranked. Finally ranked 24th. But we ranked 24th in the country now. Georgia beat Tennessee by 2 points. Donis Galladay. ACC though. David Thrasher. 12 receptions for 148 yards, 3 receiving touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdowns, but you had 2 carries for -2 rushing yards. Whereas Thrasher had 190 total yards on 21 total touches and 3 touchdowns. It's close. He got 4 touchdowns, he had 3 touchdowns with more yards. You know. I don't know, man. And he did it as a halfback. Streak on the line again. FIU has won 5 in a row and will look to continue the momentum against Florida State, who are 3-1, 1-0. They're playing pretty good football right now. 85 overall, though. We have the overall advantage. We're going to rock the away unis. We're going to see if we can beat Florida State, who beat us last year, but bear in mind. This is also another sort of Florida rivalry game here in the ACC now. And not only they beat us last year, but they kind of determined our season, right? losing to Florida State was pretty rough for us because we didn't make it to the playoffs. Not only because of that loss, but it was kind of the tipping point for us not making the playoffs. Let's get it. Starting the ball with 4:55 on the clock. So play action cross. That's what coach wants, right? Get them off their feet early. Okay, buddy. You just like using play action. Play action suck. It's loud in here. It is loud in this stadium. It is scary in this stadium. Big hit though from Benitez. Could be a dumb play. But here, we're here to make dumb plays. Oh, I should have set my feet or something because it was wide open, man. Touchdown for Ramey. Ramey. Bang. 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 Hit him with that arrow. This is the red zone play, baby. It's the red zone play for a reason. Look at him. Getting through that corner like it's nothing. Ramey, a great player for us. Playing the slot position. Been great for us. And that's the type of cut I'm talking about. Like, Thrasher is usually a lot better cutter on the Texas route. I don't know what happened that one play. But here we go. Let's go. Way to get out there, Clyde Atwell. Touchdown each quarter. That's what won us the game. A touchdown each quarter. Consistency. Florida State, not consistent. Only 2 touchdowns in 1 quarter. Consistency. Timo got it to Caesar Ramey 6 times for 116 yards and 3 touchdowns. Player of the game for sure. Look at that. Timo to Ramey. Those my boys. Look at that. Ramey a dog. To be honest, Ramey is a dog. What a great recruitment. Look at the stats. Get out of here. 17 for 24, 4 touchdowns, no picks. Great game from Timo. 13 and for 90 for Thrasher. Ramey had -9 this game. Receiving though, Ramey 116 on 6 catches, 3 touchdowns. Thrasher had 2 for 20 and a touchdown. Thurber for 3 for 39. 2 for 39 for Emmanuel Miles. No sacks. No sacks, no picks. Defensively, we had 2 sacks from Clyde Atwell and a half sack each for Ajayi, Bond, Funchess, and now the injured McLean. Boys are getting injured out here, man. TFL for McLean, Ajayi, Atwell. No picks. No fumbles. And now we rank 20th going up against the ACC powerhouse in Clemson, who's actually 2-2 in the conference right now, 4-2 on the season. They're ranked 13th right now. Beating them gives us a pretty good boost. Let's play Clemson. Number 13th team in the nation against the number 20th team in the nation. We have the overall advantage. That's new. I feel like Clemson's always a high overall. But here we go. Play the moment. Let's rock the Biscaynes. Let's start the game gunning. I saw that. Ooh, I saw that press. Thurber, you got to outrun him. Touchdown play. The first play of the game. That's the way to start off against the number 13 team in the nation that beat you last season. Boom! Big hit from Pryor. Run, Timo. Nobody caring about you, so run it, boy. Yes, sir. Big sack. That might be Kaufman. That looks like Kaufman, bro. Could be Lampkin, but I'm pretty sure that's Kaufman out there. That's me. To the house, Benitez. To the house, Benitez. Lurk them. Lurk them. I don't often get to lurk them, so you know, when I get to, I love it. I love it. Ryan Benitez taking it to the house. The house. Ain't do nothing with it, and how did we get to their 5? I guess that's why they ain't do nothing with it. They got picked off or something. And we got a crazy return, but let's go. Touchdown. Stat pad. Stat pad on the ACC team. On the number 13 ranked team in the nation? Are you kidding me? They got them over us? Not no more. You better not be ahead of us after this week. Y'all better be 20. Even worse, y'all shouldn't even be in the top 25 at this point. 30-10, 31-10. Yeah. I don't think y'all should be playing football rest of this year with a chance at the playoffs. I don't think so. 189. Could be better completion percentage, but you know, the true freshman, 2 touchdowns. Look at that boy Benitez go. Look at him go, boy. Thurber, first play of the game. Thurber took it to the house. That's what we like to see. Alrighty, let's look at the stats. Player stats: 10 for 17, 1 passing touchdown for T-Mo. First play of the game, 189. Rushing wise, 14 attempts for 33 yards and a touchdown. T-Mo had 1 rushing touchdown, but he was not, he got sacked for a big loss, so he ain't getting no rushing yards. Receiving wise, nothing crazy, just 2 for 90 and a touchdown for Thurber. Blocking, no sacks. Wait, we didn't get sacked. We definitely got sacked. I think it was just my fault. 2 sacks for Bond, 1 for Atwell. 2 TFLs for Bond, 1 for Williams, and 1 for Atwell. 2 picks for Maragos, 1 pick for Sexel, 1 pick 6 for Benitez, a pick for Levy. Wow, 5 picks this game. No fumbles. Okay, so the only 1 pick 6. 5 interceptions on the game today. That's what won us. Clemson just kept throwing the ball to us. And with that win, we actually get bumped up to number 8. Number 8. Okay. Shockey only out for 1 more week. McLean's only out for 1 more week. Akeem, okay, our running back room is just Thrasher right now. Okay. Camacho's out for 3 more weeks. Same with Bradford. Okay, so this week we out with McLean, we out with Shockey. They come back next week, and then we're going to have Bradford and Camacho 3 weeks from now. I'm not exactly as annoyed at those 2 as I am at... Shockey and Bradford being out this week kind of sucks. But Corbin can always come in and play for us. Ain't nothing hard about that. The top stories right now: which players are making their case for the coveted Heisman Trophy? We ain't a lot of Oklahoma up there, but we kind of took care of business against Oklahoma. I'm surprised. But here we go against Cal, who we lost to last season as well. 4-3, 2-3 in the conference right now. We undefeated on the season, 8-0, 3-0 in the conference. And we're number 8th ranked team in the country now, after starting off unranked. But we're 90 overall. We got the overall advantage. I'm pretty sure we did last year too, but sometimes things happen. Let's run the Vices and let's get this game started. Wait, hold on. In the heat of the moment. Hennessy? That's our boy Hennessy. He's gonna get in there. Ice in his veins all day, baby. Jesus. Just like breaking tackles, man. Yikes, what a bad ball. Bad ball. It's a bad ball. I could lose the way this game's going. I could lose the cow. 4th and 5, you ain't kicking no damn 59-yarder. Can't even make a 26-yarder. You think we kicking a 59? You out of your damn mind? I just love the way this man ran with the ball. So stupid. Thrasher. Throw it against those stars. They wasn't ready for it. They thought we was never gonna throw at them. What they got? They got some things. That's a free touchdown, Thrasher. All the way. Wide open. Oh my gosh, I should have thrown it on the run, dog. I didn't think he was that open. Oh my goodness. He should have just kept running. Punching in for the touchdown. Give him 30 seconds to score. Take the dub 21-14 over Cal. Keeping it moving in the conference here. Emo having a good game, but we're going to give it to Devin Thrasher because we certainly are. 56 rushing yards on 15 attempts, 2 touchdowns, but that wasn't it. He sealed the deal being wide open on that wheel route. Look at these stats. 8 for 12. Oh, that's for them. Wrong team. 23 for 30. 274. 1 touchdown. 2 picks. I didn't throw any picks, so maybe I did throw a pick. I don't remember that though. Of course, 15, 56, and 2 rushing touchdowns for Thrasher. Receiving, Thrasher had 7 receptions for 120 yards. Hennessy had the only receiving touchdown. Blocking, 1 sack from Countess. Defensively, 2.5 sacks for Lampkin, 1 from Funchess, 1 from Bond, and a half sack for Atwell. 2 TFLs for Lampkin, 2 TFLs for Funchess, 1 and 1 for Atwell and Gay apiece. Interceptions, none. No fumbles. On our way down the season, continuing to be undefeated 8-0, going into the bye week here in week 9. Feeling good. Hopefully the dudes we got on a visit aren't committed to somewhere by the time this happens. Which they most likely will be. Thrasher, ACC Offensive Player of the Week. If you don't win Offensive Player of the Week nationally, that's crazy. We go up to 6, I think that's what they said. We actually up to 4. We playing against the 6. Against the number 6 ranked team in the nation. 3-1 in the conference, 6-2 overall in the ACC matchup. Let's get down to business. Same overall. They have a better offense. We have a better defense. Kind of evens out. The blocking, the holes, just absolutely rocked us. Yeah, that's hard. That's hard to guard, man. The reason the Texas route isn't allowed to be used in Madden without an ability to have it. There's a reason. Big sack from, is that Atwell? Look like him. No, that's Romo. Romo getting some playing time. Okay. Big sacks. Oh my goodness. That's Funches for sure. Getting back there. I'm gonna just run the ball again. Damn. They do not want that bubble. Good stuff, Shockey. Way to come back and make a statement on offense. I'm just gonna clock on us, bro. Give us a chance. No? Don't even get to play it? Okay. We're gonna lose our first game of the season to Miami, man. They beat our ass. I don't know what to say. I scored when given the opportunity. Defense just couldn't hold it together. They was running on us. They was throwing on us. Hey, man. Gotta lose eventually, right? Can't have a perfect season. But hey, 8-1 now. 8-1. We lose a pretty annoying game because it's a conference game. But maybe we'll get our get back against Miami. And last week came off. We lost to Miami. Lost to Miami by 10 points at their home. So, you know, but it's a conference loss, which now puts us at about still number 1 at the moment. We'll be tied with Florida State, who we beat, and Virginia will probably pop up to the top, or not Virginia, Miami will pop up to the top. So we'll see how that shakes out. As the headline says, where will FIU land after losing to number 6 Miami? Ideally not too far. Shouldn't be out the top 10, as they are the number 6 team and we are the number 4 team. But we'll see. On to the next week. And we do drop to 8th. That's where I thought we might have dropped to. So we're at 8th. We get to play Boston College this week, which should be a win. But, I know, you never know. Let's go ahead and play Boston College. Rock the home unis. Shockey. Basically wide open on that play. And they got a pretty annoying looking lineman there. We're just gonna push right through. Don't even worry about it. Try to get that first Ramey. 4th and inches. Just a bad ball, man. And that's ours. The user alert from Gabe Gay. Tried to throw it over our head. Didn't get it high enough because Gabe Gay can jump. Claws up. And that's going to be a catch and touchdown for Ramey. A stud that we've had all season. Showing up once again there. Able to come down with the ball and keep it in. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And that is broke now because we threw a ball out of a sack. Get him, Shockey. Get him. Bad ball. Probably going to end up regretting that one if they get a touchdown here. Can try your best, but no success. Juke him out. We're gonna go down. We're gonna waste some clock. Make him call that last time out. We don't want him to get the ball back with a minute left, with a chance to tie it up again. Again, want to get down. Glad he didn't push me forward. And now we're going to sit here and we're going to waste this clock. And touchdown for Shockey. They just made it way too easy for us. I know we got some good linemen, but you know, could have put some fight in it. And I'm gonna get it. Gabe Gay with the pick. Not able to get a reception or touchdown on it. But an interception. I put myself in the position for it, and I got it. And that's going to add to Gabe Gates' total on the year. As, you know, we take another game at home. Another conference game. That's his second pick. I forgot I got a pick earlier with him. What a game here against Boston College. A low-scoring game. You know, not as high-scoring as some of the other games have gone. But we're able to come out with the win here. Shockey's going to get player of the game. 141 rushing yards on 17 attempts with 2 touchdowns. For sure. I think his second game back now. Let's look at these stats. Timo coming out the game with 14 for 21, 183 yards, a touchdown, and 1 pick. Rushing wise, of course, Shockey 17, 141, 2 touchdowns, 1 fumble. I didn't know he had a fumble. 4 broken tackles. Nobody else really was able to run the ball. Receiving, we had Ramey for 3 for 26, 3 for 44 for Shockey as well. 3 for 43 for Hennessy, 3 for 40 for Miles. So a lot of, 3 catches for everybody, about 40 yards apiece. And obviously Ramey with the touchdown. Blocking wise, we had 2 sacks from Mafe, 1 sack from Aziki. We can live with that. 2 sacks for Atwell, a sack for Lampkin, and a sack for Benitez. Coming from the middle linebacker position, able to get a sack for himself. 1 TFL for Funchess, 1 for Benitez, and 1 for Atwell. Beautiful. Obviously, the 2 picks from yours truly using Gabe Gay. And no fumbles. No fumbles on the game for them. But what a beautiful game already. And we're back to number 6 on the ranking board. And we get to go against Louisville, another conference game here. Let's check out. Ooh. Let me not check out. Looks like Miami went ahead and lost to Louisville. So, we lose to Miami. Louisville beat Miami. So, we're in for a good game. That's what it seems like. But now we are 6. Miami's down to 11. They have now 2 losses, at least, in the conference. Well, let's go ahead and play against Louisville, who just beat Miami. The Louisville and Miami and FIU meet for an ACC conference game in Miami. I mean, okay. Louisville's an 84 overall with a decent offense. They're not necessarily a scrub team. Let's rock the Biscayne Blues. Let's get some hype going against these Louisville Cardinals. Number 6 FIU against the unranked Louisville Cardinals, who just kind of helped us out there, beating Miami. So now we stay on top of the ACC conference as we try to retain that by also beating Louisville. We're going to dish it out over here. Shockey cutting inside, and he fumbled, but it's picked up by Ramey. No need to worry. I don't think that was actually a fumble, but we'll take the extra yards. And I think they're gonna review it, see if he actually fumbled, and I'm not sure. Okay, but no, I don't know. I have no clue what they're showing Ramey as if he did get some rushing yards for that. I'm not sure. And that's just a bad ball from Timo. Let's try the 53-yarder. Got the power, but we just don't have the leg for that. And he's going to get sacked in the backfield. Atwell taking care of Mama. What a name. Mama. What a catch and throw. Throw from Timo to Hennessy. What a catch. Perfect on the run ball. And Timo's got 2,000 yards on the season. What a catch from Hennessy, and he breaks the tackles, almost getting fully free. But one Cardinal able to get him. What a throw from Timo, able to put it in there perfectly. Oh, I wanted it. I wanted the 50-50 ball with Thurber. It felt good. It felt like the right time. He was pressed. We're going to kick it here with Forrest. That one's up and through the uprights. Taking a 7-point lead over the Cardinals. Screen pass going nowhere. The ball is dropped. The ball is dropped. The running back not able to hold on off the screen pass. And that's going to be a fumble recovery for the FIU Panthers. Greg Bond with the recovery. Ramey's going to score here. It looked like Stanford took down another team. Tulane beat the number 2 USF. Stanford does knock off another 25 ranked team, literally 25 in SMU. LSU beats Alabama. Neither team ranked. And it looks like Miami won their game. Now they're going to come down and score, and now they're going to go for the onside kick opportunity here. And that's easily recovered by Jaden Williams, the man who forced the fumble. An easy catch by Ramey. Another touchdown for the freshman. Kind of a dynamic duo so far this season between the two, Timo and Ramey. Another onside kick here as they went down and scored again. And this time they're going to recover it. Down 10. It's 4th down. Not looking good for Louisville Cardinals. And that's going to be intercepted. Maragos turn it upfield. Try to take it to the house. He's not going to be able to, but that's going to end the game. FIU takes it. Here we are, 27-17. We take care of Louisville at home. Timo has 240 for 3 touchdowns on 65 completion percentage. Let's see these stats. Timo 13 for 20, 240 yards, 3 touchdowns. Rushing, we had 14 attempts for 79 yards for Shockey. Receiving, we had 4 catches and 87 yards for Hennessy. 3 catches, 28 yards and 2 touchdowns for Ramey. 2 for 74 and a touchdown for Thurber. 2 and 27 for Miles. 1 for 15 for Camacho. 1 for 9 for Shockey. Looks like only a few sacks here. Mafe had 1, Fowler had 1, Ezekiel had 1. I'm fine with Fowler having sacks happen, alright? Coming in, taking over that role for Molau. I think that's his name. At least that's a name I've got on this team somewhere. Sacks wise, we had 1 from Benitez, 1 from Bond, half for Atwell, and a half for Lampkin. They shared that one. 2 TFLs for Williams, 2 for Atwell, and 2 for Lampkin. Interceptions, Maragos ended up with 2 interceptions, and of course, the forced fumble from Jaden Williams and the fumble recovery from Greg Bond. Beautiful game played, 27-17. Had a great game. We continue to lead this team to victory. And we are now number 4 ranked team going up against the Blue Devils. Alrighty, recruiting's done. Let's take on the Blue Devils. 90 overall against the 82 overall Blue Devils. We are away this week, so we can rock the Vices. And let's get this game going. We get to start with the ball here against the Blue Devils. Alrighty. Let's go with something simple. Don't want to start the game off too crazy. That's how things get out of hand. We're just going to run out the pocket with Timo. I saw that right side of the line kind of, you know, they were kind of fending it off, but it was a little scary, to be honest. Get it to Hennessy. Block up field, and he's going to split the defenders. And Hennessy is going to get down to the 29-yard line. What a catch and run. Good block out there, I think, by Ramey. Throw on the run. Shocky's going to get it. Spin out of bounds. Not the way I wanted him to spin, but probably for the best. Considering I wanted more yards off of that. And they're just going to keep blitzing here. Bart Cutler coming in. And Shocky's got daylight, and he's almost in the end zone. 3rd and inches. No linebackers. A catch by Ramey, and he's gonna get into the end zone. Kind of a scary pass, and a great catch from Ramey. Able to break off the defender and not get tackled. Slithers his way into the end zone. Let's look at this replay. Defender there breaks it off, and this other guy goes for the big giant hit for no reason. What a catch by Camacho. Holy. Camacho has now 1,500 receiving yards in his career. What a catch by the tight end and the ball placement. Oh, I mean, the ball got bobbled up, but it ended up in his hands. What a catch, really. He did more of the work there. Kick a 36-yarder here. And that one up and good, but there's going to be roughing the kicker on the play. We're going to have a chance to score a touchdown instead, I think. Yes, 1st and goal on the opponent's 9-yard line. But we're going to go over reliable Ramey. Another touchdown for him here. 5 yards out. And Ramey's been so good for us this season. You know, with the lack of receiver depth we have, only having 6 receivers on the team, it's kind of nice having a very solid receiver to just throw to. Especially from a true freshman. Oh. And I knew as soon as I put that man coverage on the running back that if it was a pass, I was going to have to recover for Elliott there. Just not able to get there. Onside kick opportunity for Duke. Can they get it? That one up high and caught by Hennessy, and Hennessy holds on. That was the other guy that was injured with Camacho. It was Akeem Bradford. Let's put Thrasher in. Thrasher played so well for us when Shockey was out. And we can just sit here and waste the clock out. But you know, that's not as fun. You know, we can score a touchdown here. The AIs will finish it off, and Thrasher's gonna get in there easily. No real fight there. As we get another touchdown of the game. Thrasher coming in and taking one for the team. And Duke not able to get anything going after that touchdown in the 4th. 28-10, FIU wins it. Won the 4th quarter, won the 1st quarter. That's all we needed to. 14 points, in each quarter. 7 catches, 52 yards, and 3 touchdowns for Ramey. Of course, he's going to get the player of the game. Now let's look at these stats. Not you. Timo, 3 touchdowns, 222 yards, 23 for 31 on 74 completion percentage. Not too shabby. Rushing wise, Shockey, 16 attempts for 54 yards, no touchdowns. 2 for 9 and a touchdown for Thrasher. Receiving, Shockey had 9 for 75, 7 for 52, and 3 touchdowns for Ramey. Camacho, 4 for 29, and 1 for 40 for Hennessy. A big catch early on in the game. Only 2 sacks this game, 1 from Wallabog and 1 from Maffei. But Maffei had 4 pancakes, so how can I be disappointed in him allowing 1 sack? On the defensive side, Greg Bond gets a sack, Lampkin gets a sack. Interception from Maragos, that's amazing to see. No TFLs this game. And no forced fumbles, but we do have a couple pass deflections from Jenkins and Benitez. What a game from your Panthers here. Now 11-1 on the season, 7-1 in the conference. Kind of dominating the season. Miami, a little road bump. Stopped us from being undefeated, but don't need to be undefeated to go to the playoffs anymore. So we're here. We're going to go to the next week. We're going to look at some standings here. As we have the bye week, but we do have the ACC championship against the Hokies. Virginia Tech. That's beautiful to see. Let's see where everybody ended up on the top 25. We will end up 3rd on the top 25. Just above Colorado and Georgia. Oklahoma sitting at 6. USF sitting at 7. They were 1 and 2 earlier in the season. Tennessee is now 2. Nebraska's 1. Okay. Any other ACC teams that I can remember that they're in the ACC? I know the Virginia Tech's 12th. Clemson. Maybe Georgia Tech. Can't remember. I guess we can just check the conference standings. Georgia Tech is not. Just so you're aware. But we got NC State. That's one of them. So FIU finishes the season the best in the conference, 11-1, 7-1 in the conference. Virginia Tech, we're going to play them in the conference championship, 9-3, 6-2 in the conference. Virginia, pretty good in the conference, but they lost a couple games outside the conference, or else they would probably be a ranked team. Miami falls off the rankings. They end up beating us, making our records the same, and end up losing 3 more games on the season. 2 of those being conference games, and they're not even gonna make top 25. That's interesting, to say the least. NC State will, though. Interesting. I don't know how Miami doesn't make it, but NC State makes it in the top 20. I think it's the top 25. I'm not saying the playoffs, but top 25. Clemson, top 25. And they're 7-5. 3-5 in the conference. They must have beat somebody really good. Because 7-5 record and you're number 22. That's a decision, I would say. That is a decision. There's a few teams in here I think could, say they had a better season. Miami, for one, they beat us, and we're ranked 3. Syracuse 8-4, North Carolina 8-4. Virginia played pretty well. They're 6-2 in the conference. I don't make the rules. I'm not the committee here. Let's look at the playoff bracket. We have a bye week, of course. We're sitting at the 2nd seed. We're going to be playing in the Orange Bowl. Oklahoma in the 4th seed. As it stands, obviously, if somebody loses a conference championship, these things will change. But right now, Nebraska's 1, we are 2. Colorado's 3rd, Oklahoma's 4th. Obviously, that is Big Ten, ACC. Big 12, and I believe the SEC. I think Oklahoma's SEC. Virginia Tech. If we beat them, they might miss playoffs because they're right there on the edge. Tennessee is 5th. Oregon's 9th. Tulane's 8th. BYU 11th. Georgia 6th. Ohio State's 10th. And USF is 7th. Alrighty. Here we go. Conference Championship, the Subway game. The ACC Championship. Let's rock the Biscaynes. We're in a championship game. Let's play the Hokies. Let's get this game started. The ACC Championship. Our second year a part of the conference. Hoping to take home that trophy here today. Wasn't able to last season in our first season off of the national title. So, we had a bit of a down season, but here we go. Trying to make it back. Winning this game furthers us into that chances. Whatever that sentence I just said meant. And here are the Hokies. And there is said Hokie. We did get the first drive of the game. Georgia Tech takes out UTEP. Colorado beats BYU. Central Michigan beats Buffalo. Arkansas State beat Marshall. Tulane takes care of UConn. And Oklahoma takes care of Georgia. That'll change things up for the SEC side. Obviously, the bracket already had Oklahoma above them, but that's going to change it up on at least the top 25. Way to hold on. We're going to run it with Timo here. Get out of bounds. 10-yard run for Timo. Very scary defensive line, but we're able to hold our own. That's Shockey. Looking for a touchdown. Wasn't able to get one last week. Let's try to get him here. One right here. Get him in there. Touchdown for Shockey. Beautiful to see. Let's try it again here. Probably hit Ramey on this one. And we are. Ramey's going to have it wide open to the end zone. What a beautiful play call. Same play. But, it's an option play. Same play, different answer, right? 2-minute drill. We have the ball again. The Hokies just not able to get anything going on offense so far. And that line crashing in. Didn't really have anything going on. Go Camacho. Yeah. Throw the blitz. I'm waiting for it to clear. Just enough time to get it to Camacho. Beautiful play. And that one just not going to have enough on it. Maybe a little late. And that one's going to be picked off by the Hokies. I thought maybe would have been some momentum for them, but they just not able to get anything going on offense at all. And that one's wide open for Ramey down the field. Blown coverage from the Hokies. With 5 seconds left in the half. Yikes. Just a blown coverage. The safety got crossed up, and there he is, wide open in the end zone. Gabe Gay could have taken that one to the house. Shows mercy and swats it down. 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The Hokies not even willing to call timeouts here. Thrasher getting some play. Looks like he's beat up. And we're not even going to worry about calling a play here, as we're going to take home the conference championship in ACC, the first one that James Him is able to take over. As we end this game 21-3. Moving on to the playoffs. No shenanigans. Hawaii's ranked 17th. I didn't even realize Hawaii was ranked 17th and New Mexico is ranked 13th. Wow. Hawaii might be able to make a playoff run here. We'll see. 21-3, FIU Panthers able to take home, and the Biscayne Blues that trophy. 4 catches, 84 yards, and 2 touchdowns for Ramey, especially off that blown coverage just a minute ago. Able to get him a lot of yards off that one. And we got a touchdown for Shockey today. The big bomb to Ramey, wide open in the end zone. And that's our title, the ACC trophy. This team has a lot going on. I think our third or fourth conference championship title. Obviously, the other ones were not in the ACC. But our first ACC title here as Timo, 19 for 25, 249 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Rushing wise, we had 11 attempts for 61 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 fumble for Shockey. Not much going on. Thrasher had 3 for 7, but he looked beat up. I don't know what happened to him. Receiving 4 for 63, 4 for 84, 2 touchdowns for Ramey, 3 for 34, 3 for 49, 3 for 11, 2 for 8. Blocking wise, we had 2 sacks from Countess, 1 sack from Mafe. It was a scary defensive line. I'll take 3 sacks off that game. And we had basically 2 sacks on the game. Half sack for Funches, half sack for Lampkin, half for Atwell, and half sack for Moragos. Getting in there and getting him some QB jersey. Brian Benitez with an interception. And no fumbles, no recovered fumbles. But that's beautiful to see. ACC champs. Moving on to the college football playoffs. As Ramey, ACC Offensive Player of the Week. Pretty easy to do when there's only so many ACC teams playing. We are now ranked number 2. Rank number 2. And we're gonna stay at 2. Nebraska is staying at 1. Oklahoma moves up to 3, and Colorado goes to 4. BYU is now 12th, and that did take Virginia Tech out of the college football playoffs. And look who I said would probably be here. Hawaii coming in at number 10 against Tulane, and we're going to play either Tulane or Hawaii. That'd be an interesting game. Obviously, I would say probably the easier board. Let's be honest. All right, we got over on our side, we have Hawaii, Tulane, USF. Not necessarily that big of scarier schools. Ohio State's a pretty big school. Obviously one of the best. They just won the national title in real life. Oklahoma, we already beat this season. They obviously probably want their revenge from week 2. But yeah. Very interesting playoff bracket here. We're going to either play Tulane or Hawaii. We did get points. I think we leveled up. We got a Broyles Award for our Coordinator of the Year. The Heisman goes to Michael Hawkins Jr., the Oklahoma quarterback, who only had 2 interceptions on the season. Not even one to us. I remember the game quite fondly. We did not get an interception that game. But Almost 4,000 yards with 37 touchdowns and only 2 interceptions. A really amazing season for Michael Hawkins Jr. Winning Heisman was well deserved. We didn't get any other award winners. Player of the Year may or may not have went to Michael Hawkins Jr. It looks like it went to Jaleel Jones, the Hawaii quarterback. Interesting. Head Coach of the Year, we finished 5th. Everybody else, Willie Scruggs for Central Michigan, able to get Central Michigan into a ranked position, is gonna win that one. Best QB, I don't know who won it. Jaleel Jones or Michael Hawkins Jr. It says it's Jaleel Jones, but could be wrong. Alonzo Brackens is gonna win Best Defensive Player. Obviously, we don't have Max Laurie anymore, else we'd be up there. Best defensive back is Anthony Maragos at 5th, and Nebraska. Holy cow, Nebraska! They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys in the top 10 for best defensive back. 3 corners and both their safeties, and Roger Gradney's going to take it home in such a scary defense for Nebraska. Best running back goes to Micah Welch. We didn't really get to use Shockey all season. He was out for a few weeks at minimum. Thrasher actually came in 7th over Shockey, so a pretty scary backfield, all things considered. We're the only team in here with 2 top 10 running backs. Best receiver goes to George Bahima out of TCU. He's not only a superstar, he's an award winner, an all-conference player, and a captain for TCU. And he's just a freshman. A redshirt freshman, but just a freshman. That's insane. Best defensive lineman of the year is going to go to Alonzo Brackens. Eddie Sims falling in 2nd, and Brian Lambeau. Man. Scary team Nebraska is. Obviously, I guess a well-deserved number 1 overall rank, because they just have guys up here. The Golden Arm, the best senior QB. I don't know who won this. Maybe it was Jaleel Jones, maybe it was Michael Hawkins. Because when the Heisman wins something, usually he's going to win a lot of the other things. But, Alonzo Brackens wins Best Defensive End of the Year. Interior Lineman of the Year goes to Ahmad Irwin over on Michigan, who's not even in the playoffs. I don't think they are, at least. Not even ranked. Best tight end goes to Carter Nelson. So they're not only a crazy defensive team, they're also a pretty good offensive team. Looks like they might have a good running game, because that's a 90 overall blocking tight end with gold quick drop and gold outside shield. Broyles Award, of course, goes to Ryan McGee, our offensive coordinator. Our defense coordinator comes in 7th. Best linebacker, Teddy Sherry. Yeah, this whole team just wins awards. Best center goes to Jesus Toviesi for NIU, a 90 overall senior. We don't have anybody there. The Lou Groza Award, we don't have our kicker in here. UAB's going to win that one. Best punter. We didn't really punt this year, so, nothing crazy. Best returner is going to go to Kerry Gardner out of Oregon. Once again, not a thing we excel at. Okay. So, Hawaii actually might be pretty good. Their QB's one of the second best QB at least. Alrighty, going up against number 7, Tulane in the Orange Bowl. Looks like they took care of Hawaii. Alrighty. Let's upgrade our coach skills. Why not? We got any more here? Nope. About as good as we're gonna want it. Oh yeah, I guess I could upgrade that, but I don't have enough. Instead, we're just gonna upgrade this. Upgrade our running game a little bit there. Let's go take on Tulane. I don't know how we dropped an overall once the playoffs started, but we did. Going up against Tulane, let's rock the home unis, because they also got some light blue in there. But yeah, 85 overall versus 88 overall. We were 90 just a couple weeks ago. I don't really know. Our guy left. That's right. Our office coordinator left, I guess. Maybe he's not a part of the team anymore, so our overall dropped. And he was probably a strategist or whatever it is. But here we go. Hard Rock Stadium. In the Orange Bowl. Tulane coming out from the American Conference. They're flying in. Trying to keep their season alive, as well as FIU. Very similar records. They had one more loss than us, but the same conference record. So they played their heart out all season. So let's get started. We're on the 3-yard line. We had a penalty, I saw. Uh-oh. Let's try to get some yards off this. Shockey gonna get some yards off of that. 15 to be precise, and Shockey's already hurt. That wear and tear, man. That wear and tear will get you. It'll get you. Thrasher's gonna come in already. Oof. Glad it wasn't picked off. They came in hot there. Tennessee gonna hold on to it and lose a couple more yards than he needed to, but we're on the 41. I think it was a 20-yard catch. They're running a very odd defense. Touchdown, Hennessy. Number 2 not able to close out on the pass, and Hennessy gonna get a touchdown. They're running a weird defense. I'll let you know that for sure. And Oklahoma goes down to Ohio State. That's who we will play if we can come out of this game with a win. Alrighty. And the 97 just stopped. He was just amazed. Yep, that one goes right over Hurt for Tulane. They closed the line, and they covered our guy. Our boy Hennessy out there. We're going to run it again, though. And Ramey's going to get in there and score the touchdown on the 4th and goal play. And that one's a sack in the backfield from Atwell. He saw his receiver downfield, but he didn't have the time to get the throw. And that one, almost another sack. He's going to throw an incompletion, but they're going to go for it. They have nothing to lose. It's the final game of their season on the line here. He's going to throw to double coverage. Shakir Jeffrey with the interception. And Shakir Jeffrey's going to take it to the house. Usually where Maragos is, but Shakir Jeffrey stepping in and getting that one to the house. The speedster out there. We have an onside kick chance as they scored a touchdown. Did not convert the 2 points, and they have the ball back. As Hennessy dropped it. And that one's picked off again by Ajayi. And it might be over here in Hard Rock Stadium. As Emmanuel Ajayi steps in front of that one and stops it from going anywhere. And they're going to call a timeout. We're going to need a first down here and as many chances as we can get. Hennessy is gonna be the guy. Hennessy's gonna be the guy. As they now have only one timeout with 43 seconds left. We just gotta hold on here. There we go. 3 yards. Make them call their last timeout. And here we go. FIU, after a down season off of maybe a bit of a high of winning the national championship. Here we go. The Panthers are one more step closer to winning another championship. There we go. One more step away. Tulane fought valiantly. Played pretty good defense against us, but, just not able to get it done as we're going to take home the Orange Bowl championship. 6 catches, 126 yards, and a touchdown for Hennessy this game. The leading receiver by far. Let's look at these stats. What could be our final game, our final Orange Bowl. 11 for 16. 2 touchdowns, 153 yards. Not a crazy passing game. He didn't throw any interceptions. Rushing wise, 14 attempts for 48 yards, 0 touchdowns for Shockey. 3 attempts for 42 yards for Thrasher. Came in, gave us a bit of a jolt. Receiving wise, 6 for 126 and a touchdown. Not much from anybody else. Blocking, 2 sacks from Countess, but he had a pancake. Sacks wise, we had 2 sacks, 1 from Travis, 1 from Atwell, 2 picks, 1 from Jeffrey, 1 from Ajayi, and 1 pick 6 as well. 1 forced fumble from Lampkin, but we were not able to recover said fumble. But we did have the interception all the way to the house from Shakir Jeffrey, as the redshirt freshman makes his name known against Tulane here in the Orange Bowl. And we're going to keep it moving on to the next game. We're going to be playing against Ohio State. And I don't remember which bowl. Maybe the Sugar Bowl? Maybe. ACC Defensive Player of the Week is going to go to Shakir Jeffrey. I mean, who else? Not many ACC teams playing, right? I think we're the only one. Eric Hennessy's going to win ACC Offensive Player of the Week. Yep, Ohio State in the Peach Bowl, the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. The number 11th ranked team in the nation versus the number 2 ranked team in the nation. And we have Program Builder unlocked. Very interesting. Don't think we'll end up needing it, but it is there. We don't have anything to do. There's no recruiting. We're just right back into it. Right back into it. 88 overall versus a 90 overall. And we're going to rock the home unis here. See what Ohio State has to say. Will they answer the call to beat us? Or will we continue on our dominating season as we have a chance at the Peach Bowl Award? There are the boys. Timo getting everybody excited coming out the tunnel. FIU versus Ohio State. I don't know if we played Ohio State before. I'm sure we have. It's been a while if we have, though. There they are. Coming out, flying in just like Tulane was. Can they put up a better fight? We're going to get the ball here. Ohio State not able to get anything going on their first drive. What does it look like over here? They've got plenty of guys down there. The defensive line, not too scary as Shockey's going to break off a tackle there. Rush for 7 yards on the first play of the game for us. And we're going to drive forward, get the first down. 2 rushes for 11 yards. Good job, Shockey. That's going to be wide open down the field for Emmanuel Miles, who we haven't really connected to all season, but down the field for 42 yards. There we go. one game away from the national championship, and Shockey is here to play, getting chunks and chunks of yards off this team already. Send him with the read bubble here. They got a bit of a box. Let's see what they do about it. Not much going on here. Shockey's going to get some wear and tear. PJ a card. This is what I want to see, though, for this play. That's exactly what I want to see, as Ramey has a chance at a touchdown here as he hurdles over into the end zone over the Ohio State defender. And that has been a consistent guy for us all season. Caesar Ramey, showing why he is one of the best receivers in college football and one of the best true freshman receivers of all time. Look at the way he runs. How could you not, how could you be prepared for that? Bad coverage from the backfield. Gotta get something going here on offense, as Ohio State is kind of taking over the game. And Timo, he's going to call for it and call his own number and get a big gain there as we score the touchdown. No help from us. 1st and 10 here for Ohio State. 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And that's going to be taken into the backfield. Joseph Travis coming in and giving us some good minutes. He's not the starter, but he's going to play like it, because he has been the starter before. And that's a big sack at the backfield. And that's Joseph Travis again making an amazing play. 3rd and 27. You heard that right. 3rd and 27. And they're going to get back there off the blitz. Jaden Williams, 4th and 37. The play call of the man blitz paying off, as they have to punt this ball away to Shakir Jeffrey. And he has speed. Turns the corner. Shakir Jeffrey's going to get an insane return here. He's going to take it to the house. To the house in the Peach Bowl. Shakir Jeffrey making his name known. Had a pick 6 last week. And a punt return touchdown here to take the lead in this game. 2 minutes left on the clock. Shakir Jeffrey all the way down the field. I told you he has speed, man. That's going to be a sack in the backfield. What a play from Funchess, and a little help there from Atwell, I believe. Get him back there. And it is Atwell. Half sack for the two of them. Atwell giving us a chance for him to get another title under his belt. Jaden Williams not able to be there for the little curl route. A little weird curl route. I guess not really a curl. He just stopped his route entirely. They're going to run down the field here, trying anything and everything to get some points on the board. Ohio State kind of moving the ball very easily so far this drive. It's going to be a play action. Throws it away. 2nd and 10. And they're going to call the pass interference on Jaden Williams. Shouldn't be pass interference. Should not be pass interference. And that's probably going to get a score here for Ohio State. Throws it away. He's going to get sacked by Atwell. Atwell with an amazing play. 3rd and goal now. And in the back of the end zone, they're going to convert with Graham. The safety had to pick, and he picked the inside guy. But we have a chance to go down and score the ball with 3 timeouts and 33 seconds left. Easy pass. Call a timeout. The easy pass. We're going to save that final timeout here. Flag. Holding. Really no need to accept that. We will punt it away. We're going to go to overtime. We get to start in overtime. What a heated game. First and 10. Sorry. I think our first overtime of the season. Incomplete. Emmanuel Miles not able to hold on. That's annoying. Hennessy down the field, holding on to it. This is where we want to be. 10 yards out from the end zone. Try it again and see if we can get Ramey. We do get Ramey, and Ramey's going to take it into the end zone. And we get to play defense here in the short field. 1st and goal already. Incomplete. Good defense. He's going to break the tackle. Maybe a bit of a scary play call, but we're going to see what we can do with it. Incomplete. 4th and goal. Interception. Shakir Jeffrey. Take it to the house. To the house. Shakir Jeffrey. Pick 6 again in 2 games in a row. And he already had such an important punt return touchdown that got us into overtime in the first place. Shakir Jeffrey calls game. 34-21 final in the Peach Bowl. Ohio State goes down. I don't know about that, man. I know Ramey had 3 touchdowns, but I think I gotta give the game ball to Shakir Jeffrey. He not only scored our last touchdown in regulation to keep us afloat, he then took home a pick 6 to seal the game. Sealed it. Wow. What a guy showing out in this postseason. And we went ballsy there. We played man coverage. We don't usually play man coverage. But as I saw last time we played that cover 2, they just threw a dot into the back of the end zone. I had to try to change it up, Timo. 18 for 24, 223 yards and 3 touchdowns with 1 interception. Rushing, 12 for 36. Not a great rushing game for this team. But receiving wise, 7 for 52, 3 touchdowns. 4 for 76 for Miles. 4 for 55 for Hennessy. 2 for 35 for Thurber. Blocking, only 2 sacks let up. Wallabog and Fowler. Defensively, though, I feel like that was our strong suit this game. 1.5 sack from Atwell, 1 sack from Williams, 1 sack from Travis, and a half sack from Funches. 3 TFLs for Travis, 2 for Funches, 2 for Atwell, 1 for Williams, 1 for Maragos, and a pick 6 for Shakir Jeffrey. Giving himself a name this postseason. Showing out as a redshirt freshman. It's been a beautiful year, and we're back where we want to be in the national title game. We don't know who we're playing quite yet. Could be Oklahoma, could be Colorado, or not Oklahoma. Could be Nebraska or Colorado. Probably going to be Nebraska with the amount of award winners they had on that team and being the number 1 ranked team in the nation. Very, very close. So now let's go to next week. Let's see who we have to play in the national title game. And we get ACC Defensive Player of the Week, Joseph Travis. National Defensive Player of the Week. Okay, so he had the best defensive effort in the playoffs. Caesar Ramey, Offensive Player of the Week for ACC. And he's also going to win National. Okay. And we're actually going to be going up against the Colorado Buffaloes. Colorado took down Nebraska. Wow. Can't say I'm angry. But they are 9-0 in their conference, 14-1 on the season. Having a very good season, Colorado is. They beat them 30-20. Not even an insane game. After a historic run, the Cornhuskers will exit the CFP with bitter defeat to the Buffaloes as Colorado takes home the Fiesta Bowl. Wow. Let's check one more thing. The All-Americans. Did we have any All-Americans this year? I'm not sure. We don't have any award winners, so no first team. We did have Raheem Sexel. He won second team. What about freshmen? Greg Bond, Shakir Jeffrey. We love to see that. Couple of guys. Greg Bond's injured. Actually, that sucks. ACC, freshman Caesar Ramey, Jermaine Vaughn, Greg Bond, Shakir Jeffrey. Second team, Devin Thrasher, Caesar Ramey, and Raheem Sexel. First team goes to Jaden Countess. And Forrest Doucette wins ACC. He's an All-American ACC. Or All-Conference, I guess. Not All-American. So he's ACC first team kicker. Alrighty. This is it. This is where we want to be. FIU versus Colorado Buffaloes in the national title. Possibly the last game of the series here. 14-1 on the season. 2028. Against a very well-deserving team in the Colorado Buffaloes who took down the number 1 team in the nation, Nebraska. Let's get into it. And you know we gotta rock the Vices. Just have to. Let's go. A very even matchup. 88 overall on both sides. Let's see, man. Greg Bond's injured. Falau's injured. Be an interesting game here. We're missing a couple guys that we'd love to have, but injuries are a part of football, and we are here going up against the Colorado Buffaloes, who just had Travis Hunter go number 2 in the draft. And funny enough, Shedeur Sanders dropped the 5th round. Still don't know how that happened. Had to be planned. Had to be just an insult to him. Because right now in training camp, he's looking pretty good. But, we'll see how it goes in the regular season, how his career goes. But here are the boys that got us here. FIU, a couple of guys that, they've been here before. Right? We've had a couple guys here before. We've had Thrasher here. Atwell. Sexel, I'm pretty sure. Doucette, for sure. Did I hit play full game? I didn't mean to hit play full game. Let's get the kickoff. The 2029 National Championship. This season, pretty good. We get to take control of the ball. The Colorado Buffaloes not able to get anything going. It's down 3rd and 6 for us. 36 yards away from the end zone. Thurber breaks off the press, and that's a touchdown to start the game for the FIU Panthers. And he's going to do a little jig. And we're already in the second quarter. We get to play some defense. 3rd and 5 here for the Buffaloes. And he's going to get the first down there. Gerald Joseph. That's right to me, Gerald. Trying to break a tackle. Moving through the line. Gabe Gay gets the pick. On defense. And the Buffaloes. 2 drives in. Nothing to show for. As the claws are up from the FIU Panthers. 2029 national championship here. And he does it again, Gabe Gay. He knows what it takes to win a title. He's been here. They scored, though. But we do get the ball back with a minute left here in the second quarter. First half, if you want to be. You're pressing him again. Double teaming, though. That's going to be Ramey wide open, going out of bounds, saving some clock. Do it again. Press him. Keep pressing him. Gonna hit Hennessy. Let's do a double post. Feeling a little different, you know, second down. We got some clock. We got the 3 timeouts. You know what? Just toss it. Just get it downfield. And that's gonna be a blitz, a heavy blitz, and that's a blown block by our right tackle. And Timo down to the 3rd and 1. Making something out of nothing. Using those legs. And that's going to be out of bounds. Saving some clock and the timeout here. By Ramey. Oh, incomplete. 5 seconds left. Let's not get greedy here. Let's take the field goal to end the half. And Forrest Doucette puts it through. Going up by 3 in the national title at half. We have a chance to get another first down here out the gate. Let's try for it. 3rd and 8. You're just going to leave him open. The best receiver on the team this year. You can't leave him open. Get the downfield block. Truck through. Yes, Ramey. Show him why you want that title. Hit him with the inside zone. No box. A common thing for the AI is a no box on 3rd down, man. No box shown. You're just going to run right through it. Possibly get Thrasher here. Not going to get Thrasher. Shocky's going to stay in the game, even though he's a little wear and teared. And probably should have just thrown it away. Loss of 10 yards. Don't know what Shockey was doing. To be quite honest. Don't know what he was doing. He didn't know what he was doing. What a diving catch there from Ramey. Had to get away from that defender. We're going to try to get Ramey here again. And we're going to get it. And possibly a touchdown as Ramey into the end zone. Let's get a replay of that. Let's get a replay of that. He hops over into the end zone. Not quite hurdling over a guy, but he hurdles around him. Give me that replay. Caesar Ramey. Look at this. Just the athleticism. Alrighty. And they're going to score a field goal off of that drive. 3 minutes. 1st and 10. The Panthers have a chance to take home the title. Just having an off year as Timo takes it for 10 yards. And you know what? for this final quarter. Let's watch these boys play. Let's see what they can do on their own. They're going to run it with Shockey, trying to waste some clock here. Up 7. 2nd and 11. They're probably going to run it again. It's an option pass to Miles. And that's going to go down to the 2-minute warning. The Buffaloes holding on to their timeouts. That Shockey's going to get the ball. He's going to get stuffed at the line. And the Buffaloes call a timeout. It's going to be a punt. See if they can take care of business on defense, as that punt is going to go right down at the 7. A pretty good spot, all things considered. And that's going to be wrapped up instantly. Wasting some clock there. Brian Benitez gets the tackle. And he's going to get pressured running. Nobody there to get him, but he's going to slide down at the 20. Still not getting in bounds or stopping the clock. I guess a first down stops the clock, but they're going to waste some clock here getting a play. Over the middle, intercepted by Gabe Gay, none other. That's his 2nd pick in the game. And he knows he wants to win. As the Buffaloes have now down to 2 timeouts, and the fan has it right. Claws out, claws up. FIU has a very strong chance of winning this game. Up 7 with 1:20 in the red zone. Gabe Gay might have just sealed it today. 2nd pick on the game. Can Timo finish it off here? Giving it to Shockey. Shockey running up the field, and he's just gonna take it home. Possibly what the Buffaloes wanted, but hey, man. We're gonna get a touchdown here with Shockey. He's gonna take it in himself. And the Panthers coming out and dominating a team that just beat the #1 ranked team in the nation in Nebraska. The Buffaloes not showing out, or maybe, hey, maybe this is how Nebraska would have went too. FIU's gonna kick this extra point, go up 24-10, and that's basically a coffin nail right there. Just one more in. We're not quite at the final one, but it's getting real close. That was like the 2nd to last coffin nail. As Ramey's going to play every side of the ball, come down for the kick return tackle. Can these boys finish the job? A little short route, time running. They got to call a timeout. He didn't quite get a first. 2nd and inches for the Buffaloes. Step back. He's going to run it, but he's just going to pass it instead. And that's going to be some yards there for the Buffaloes. 1:02. Hurrying up. Time stops from the first down. 1 minute left in the game. Down 2 touchdowns. And he's going to be pressured. He's going to throw it out of bounds, stopping the clock. And maybe they got to think about it. Atwell and Funchess on the edges. Here comes Atwell. Intercepted, and that's going to be taken to the house. I believe that's Sexel. No, that's Levy. That's the senior Kevin Levy. I'm pretty sure he was also here for the last title we won. And Atwell celebrating with them. Both the two won it together before. This is going to be a blowout. What turned from a very close game turned to a very scary game, as the Buffaloes not able to get anything going, and it's going to be 31-10 as the FIU Panthers defense claws out. No love lost in this game. And up and good, 31-10, the Panthers. Looking like the powerhouse they have all season. One of their biggest blowouts of the season, and it's just from defensive generation. And they're going to get them down on the 9-yard line. What a hustle from the return team. And that one's incomplete. I think that was Shakir Jeffrey getting the incompletion off. Over the middle, incomplete again. Gabe playing out of his mind. Little underneath route. Not even going to get a first. They have to call the timeout. And they're going to punt it. Interesting to call a timeout there if you're just going to punt the ball, right? Shakir Jeffrey on the return. He's going to fair catch it. And this game is all but over. As Timo is going to kneel it out. At the start of the year, you probably saw all the true freshmen. And you probably didn't think it was possible. But here they are. They have arrived. The team of dreams. FIU Panthers. Come in to the national championship and take it. Look at these boys. And there he is, James Hem, holding the trophy. It's all his again. And the Colorado fans are devastated. And Timo is going to win the player of the game, 170 yards, 2 touchdowns. I feel like Gabe Gay gets a lot of props here from me. I might give him the game ball. Timo did his job, but Gabe Gay, 2 interceptions. A crucial deflection there on the last drive as well. Kevin Levy with the pick 6 to really put the nail in the coffin there. And there they are. There is the team. Let's look at these stats one last time. This will end the series for FIU's Dynasty. 17 of 26, 170 yards on 65 completion percentage, 2 touchdowns with 0 interceptions. Rushing, we had Shockey, 15 attempts for 71 yards, a touchdown, 1 fumble. Timo, 5 rushes for 23 yards. Receiving, Ramey had a blowout game. 9 receptions for 110 yards and a touchdown. And Thurber 1 for 36. Nobody else really showed up on the receiving end. Blocking, 1 sack from Mafe. Defensively, probably one of our best defensive games of the season, I would say. Funchess, 1 sack. Lampkin, 1 sack. Joseph Travis, 1 sack. Interceptions, 2 from Gabe Gay, 1 from Levy. TFLs, 1 from Benitez. Pass deflections, 2 for Jeffrey, 2 for Maragos, 1 for Levy, 1 for Gay, 1 for Benitez, and 1 for Chad Pryor. Forced fumbles, none. No recoveries, but we didn't need it. We didn't need it because Kevin Levy sealed the game completely with the flat route pick 6 to the house, ending his career at FIU with probably the most important touchdown of the season, a full shutdown. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. FIU Dynasty is over. Done. National champions. Won the college football playoff national championship. And this one's a bit more sweet. This one didn't have Max Lowry. The team of dreams. Let's just do a little recap on the season. Do a little bit. Timo, 3,200 yards on the season, 34 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, 67 completion percentage. Bryce Sparks even came in and gave us a touchdown on 1 pass. Rushing, Shockey, 164 carries for 718 yards and 10 touchdowns, only 3 fumbles. Thrasher, 75 for 436, a very efficient season, 5 yards a carry, almost 6 touchdowns. Timo, 76 for attempts for 181 yards on 1 touchdown. Ramey had 10 for 72, 1 touchdown. He was doing it all, man. He was doing it all. Receiving, Hennessy, 47, 748, 8 touchdowns. Had the most yards. Ramey, though, coming in at second, 59 receptions, 658 yards, 19 touchdowns. He was our screen pass guy, or RPO, whatever you want to call it. Thurber, 24 receptions for 473 yards, vastly efficient. Almost 20 yards a catch for 4 touchdowns. Emmanuel Miles came in and gave us 15 yards a catch. Shockey, 8 yards a catch, 268 yards in the season. Thrasher, only 17 catches for 263 yards. Camacho, 20 catches, 208 yards. Even Dietrich stepped up this season for us. 15 receptions and 157 yards. Everybody was generating. Nobody here was above and beyond by themselves. It was a whole team effort here. Everybody was one step over the next, just over the next. Blocking, how'd we do? A lot of sacks. Well, I'll give up that, but you know, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. We had some guys go out. Falau went out with an injury. You know, we had Ezeki get injured for like a couple games, or what felt like a couple games. Fowler came in and played 10 games for us, you know. Defensively, sacks on the season. Lampkin, the D tackle, 12 sacks, 7 TFLs. Atwell, 9 TFLs, 9 sacks. Greg Bond, who got injured there in the playoffs, I think, 2 TFLs, 8 sacks. Funchess, 9 TFLs, 7 sacks. McLean, 2 TFLs, 3 sacks. Travis, 3 TFLs, 3 sacks. Benitez, 3 TFLs, 2 sacks. Romo, 1 TFL, 1.5, 4 TFLs for Jaden Williams and a sack. And let's look at this, man. 8 interceptions on the season for Maragos. Gabe Gay with 5, Benitez with 2, Levy with 2, Sexel with 2, Shakir Jeffrey with 2, and Emmanuel Ajayi having 1 as well. But touchdowns, 2 pick sixes for Shakir Jeffrey. That was both his interceptions. He housed them, right? Benitez, 1 pick six, and Kevin Levy also had 1 there just in the final minutes of the national championship. He's going to go to the NFL most likely, and he's going to be great. Kick return. Did we have any kick return touchdowns? No, but I know for sure Shakir Jeffrey, 1 punt return touchdown. What an amazing season from these guys. And as we wrap up this series, let's see career stats. We'll check out team stats. Obviously, Bryce Sparks, a major contributor to our team. Just wasn't able to really get anything going with him the past couple seasons. But he ends his career 12,333 yards on his career. 108 touchdowns. A lot of picks. We weren't very accurate with him. We threw a lot of interceptions. He got sacked a bit. Right, he played 60 games for us. 60 games, he threw 60 picks. So, you know, not that good, right? Not that good. Rushing, with the guys still on the team, Stanley Shockey going above Thrasher. Obviously, his starting running back for 2 years. I think Thrasher was only there for 1 as our starter. Obviously, his freshman year, I believe. He obviously won the title for us. Daxon Lamont. Can't forget about Daxon Lamont and what he was able to do for us 2 seasons ago with Thrasher. And, of course, Vince Corbin Didn't get a lot of carries, but he got 5 touchdowns on 9 carries. Right? Efficient, right? And 5 touchdowns on 9 carries. Bryce Sparks has 5 rushing touchdowns, 74 rushing yards. Timo got 181 yards this season and a touchdown. Lamont, 8 touchdowns, 515 yards. But these two right here, running backs of the years, back-to-back seasons, 1,700 yards almost apiece. 29 touchdowns for Thrasher, 27 touchdowns for Shockey. Receiving, Camacho, our leading receiver on the team with 95 receptions, almost 1,600 yards with 12 touchdowns. Thurber, 67 receptions for 1,500 yards almost and 9 touchdowns. Thrasher, hey, he's a dual threat. He's a dual threat, man. 85 receptions, almost 1,400 yards, 8 touchdowns. Eric Hennessy played amazing for us just this past season and of the season before as well. Almost 1,400 yards, 13 touchdowns. Emmanuel Miles, our deep threat guy on the left side, 1,300 yards, 9 touchdowns. Shockey, 151 and 3 touchdowns. And Ramey, just this season alone, has the most touchdowns on the team with just under 700 yards receiving. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Defensively, none other than Clyde Atwell. Hats off to Clyde Atwell. 34 sacks in his career. An amazing career. We didn't really get to look at Laurie. But I know Laurie had probably 50, 60 sacks in his career. Atwell has an interception, 55 TFLs, 132 tackles, 68 of those are solo. A deflection, 3 forced fumbles, 1 recovery. An amazing career for us. He got changed positions. He lost his silver quick jump. A lot of things happened to him, but he stayed true, stayed amazing, played great for us. Funchess, a rising star for us. He probably has one more season in his career. Maybe he might get drafted. Who knows? We'll see. But 16.5 sacks. Joseph Travis 13, 12.5 for Lampkin, 11.5 for Kaufman. His Bond, he's taken that step as a true freshman. He had 8, got injured, stunted his development there at the end of the season, but definitely a dog for us. As for interceptions, Maragos, 8 on the season, 11 in his career, just in 2 seasons. Gabe Gay, 10 interceptions, plays amazing for us. He also has 3 sacks in his career and 19 TFLs, 9 interceptions for Levy, and a pick 6 at the end of the game there. Sexwell with 7, 6 for Woodhead. The defensive back of the year, can't forget it. Jaden Williams 5, Hakeem 5, Hollenbach 3, Benitez 3, 2 for Shakir Jeffrey, both to the house. 1 for Atwell, 1 for Funchess, and 1 for Ajayi. And let's see. Touchdowns. 2 pick 6s for Gabe Gay. Maybe a fumble recovery for a touchdown. He has 2 defensive touchdowns. Shakir Jeffrey, 2 touchdowns. 1 touchdown for Levy, 1 for Woodhead, 1 for Williams, 1 for Hollenbach, and 1 for Brian Benitez. Kicking. Can't forget about our guy. Held it down for us. You know, it was a lot of me was missing those field goals. I'll be honest. Right? You missed 10 field goals. Not that crazy. Not that I can't even speak. Not that crazy. Of a field goal percentage, 68%. But I'll take the blame for that. Extra points though. Only missed 4. You know, you don't want to really miss. Oh, he had 4 blocked. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, he didn't miss extra points. They just got blocked. He made 6 field goals up to 49 yards. 5. Well, he attempted 6, made 5. Attempted 7 up to 39, made 7. Missed 3 up to 29. Punting, Ronald Boyce had 104 punts, 4,500 punt yards, 1 blocked, 9 touchbacks. That's pretty good. 19 and the 20, 9 of those only being touchbacks. Or I guess that's two separate things, but you know. Kick return. No touchdowns. But we do have the punt return touchdown from Shakir Jeffrey this season. Team stats, I don't know if there's anything in here I'm really worried about. No. That's just this season's team stats. Coach stats. Let's look at them. We're currently the fourth most winningest coach. The third best record, 56-17. 4 winning seasons. 7-1 playoff record. Obviously lost to Oregon. And our second year, I believe. Playoff win percentage, 87.5. 2 national titles. 3 conference championships. 1 first round draft pick. 5 draft picks total. And we already know who that number 1 guy is. That was Max Lowry. Put us on the map. Made us a national championship team. And I think really, like, we were almost there in the freshman season. Second season, he got us there fully. In the third season, we had a slump of a season. Didn't really get to finish it off great with us. And we didn't have a top 5 recruiting class ever. Not once. But we made do with what we had. Now let's go check out records. Did we break any records at all? If so, it'll say FIU because I don't think any of these records have been broken by FIU before. None here. None in the career records. Really? I guess because Max Lowry didn't finish his career out, he doesn't have the sack record. I'm sure he was close, though. I'm sure he was very, very close. Season. No FIU, not even sacks. Because it got broken by somebody else. Ira Singleton IV had 32 sacks in 2027. Wow. That's insane. Game-wise, none here either. So we don't have any of the national records. Let's go back to career. Let's go over to the ACC now. Max Lowry finished with 54. He was so close. If he played one more season, he breaks the all-time record. Yep. Season. Ira Singleton. When did... Oh. And then keep the ACC. ACC. Nothing here. James Conner in real life. Interesting. Game. No game. Now I gotta remember who... What were we? Conference USA. That's what we were. Conference USA. We don't have anything here. We would have if Max Lowry was Conference USA when obviously he left. Max Lowry did get the season record though. 25 sacks in Conference USA. That was his big season. Obviously, the other guy came and got 32. So, you know, very scary. We don't have anything else here. A lot of happened for Western Kentucky in 2021. IRO, Bailey Zappi had an amazing season with Jareth Stearns. Game-wise, nothing here. We didn't break any game records. Okay, so we weren't that crazy. But what about FIU in general? Did we beat out? I gotta do it for all 3, don't I? It's annoying. FIU. Bryce Sparks has the most passing yards. T.Y. Hilton retains his career yards. Alex Gardner retains his rushing yards. Really? feel like, no, we don't have a running back with 3,000 yards. What am I talking about? Bryce Starks has the most passing touchdowns. Max Laurie, 54 sacks. Devin Thrasher with the most rushing touchdowns. And we never play with Nick Turnbull, so that's a real guy. At least I hope it is, because I don't remember getting 16 interceptions with a guy named Eric Turnbull or whatever his name was now. Season though, we have passing yards from Bryce Sparks. Don't forget about the guy Eric Rivers. They were balling out together in 2025. Kedrick Rhodes in 2011. Okay. 2025 Eric Rivers. 2025 Bryce Sparks. 2026 Max Laurie. Keon Owens. Don't forget about the guy. 20 rushing touchdowns in 2025. Caesar Ramey breaks the touchdown catches in a season at 19. And Maragos broke the interception record in 2028 with 8. And finally, game record. Do we have any Florida International game records? We sure do. I think almost all of these, except for rushing yards. And some other ones down there, but we'll get to those. Passing yards, 501 by Bryce Sparks. Mike Jackson, don't forget him. The speedster. 273 receiving yards in 2026. Eric Rivers, 14 receptions in a game. 2025. 7 passing touchdowns from Keon Jenkins in the first season, in our very first season. 7 passing touchdowns. Max Laurie has the most sacks in a game with 5. Rashad Smith in real life, 4 rushing touchdowns. He can have it. And Dean Patterson, don't forget him. 4 receiving touchdowns. And in real life, Richard Leonard holds on to the interception record with 2 in a game. But we bordered that. We bordered that a lot. We had a lot of those this year alone. Gabe Gay had a couple there with 2. He never got 3, but a lot of 2s. What a beautiful, beautiful season. I want to see who goes where, what happens to our guys that are graduating. As we win the national title, we'll end off the series looking at who, what happened to our guys, right? Obviously, we played a lot of young guys this season. There's one right there. Balled out in the national title. CEO unlocked for winning 2 national championships. Top stories, Caesar Ramey and Kevin Levy. I want to see the draft. Players leaving. Let's see who's going where. Martino wants to leave. You can do that. You both can leave. Who's graduating? Jaden Williams is graduating. He's not going to go to the draft. Most likely. Dax Lamont's graduating. Sexual is not going to go to the draft. Okay. Jermaine Carter. Clyde Atwell's not going to go to the draft. But hey, he's always going to be in our hearts at FIU. 85 overall stud. Bryce Sparks' career quarterback for FIU right there. Hollenbach graduating. Camacho's graduating. Boyce. Doucette. Gabe Gay, the guy. Lawrence Johnson. Kevin Levy. Javel Jenkins. And Jaden Countess is projected to be a 3rd round pick. I want to say one thing before we go to the next week. I don't know if he'll be on the team anymore. But does Syracuse still have that quarterback? They do. Play Sean Gunn. He's an 87 overall. He's their starter now. He's a sophomore. would have been on our team if we didn't lose some games. He would have been an FIU Panther, but I like the way things went, right? Let's see who gets drafted, because some of those guys probably move up into the draft board, right? Some 87s and 88 in there. Draft results. Show me. We only had one. It was Countess in round 2, but hey, I'll take it. We got 2 guys drafted out of FIU. Not the easiest thing in the world, but hey, those are our guys. But that's gonna do it for me, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed the series. If you have a preference, I'm gonna be doing college football 26. I won't be doing FIU. I'll be doing probably one of the new teams, Delaware, or the other one, I don't remember it. But I'm thinking Delaware. But if you have a preference for a team you want me to do, I want a lower tier team, right? Like FIU, somebody who's down into the 1-star area. But yep. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. As we can go to coach contract. You can see our record. 4 years. I think 5 years. That 6 and 7 was us. Started off 6 and 7. Went on to win the Cotton Bowl and Conference USA with 12 and 3 record in 2025. Went undefeated to win the national title in 2026 in year 3. 2027 was a down year, 7 and 6. But then we finish it off 15 and 1. Won the Orange Bowl, won the ACC Conference, won the Peach Bowl, won the national championship with our boys. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a great run. I love this team. I love Max Laurie. I love Clyde Atwell. I love them most because I built them into what they were. And we'll continue another series in the next game. I probably won't get to finishing the Road to Glory. Just don't have the time before College Football 26 comes out to really get it done. But if you want me to, leave a comment. Let me know. I might be able to fit it in. But if not, we'll start another Road to Glory in College Football 26. And I'm thinking next year as well, we might just do a coach series. We might just do a coach dynasty. Try to start like at Delaware or somewhere. Move up, maybe switch teams. We'll see. But thank you guys so much for watching. James Him finished his career here in FIU. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you later. Peace.